Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Fuck with Erin. This week's episode, somebody asked me, what is something that I will never, ever apologize for? I feel like if you know me, you already know the answer to this. Something I will never, ever, ever apologize for is being myself. Ever. 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 I'll never apologize for being me. I think that 99% of this planet has no idea who they are, and they don't even tap into figuring themselves out or their purpose here while they're here on earth. I think a lot of people are sheep. I think they follow the crowd. I think that they, do what society wants and try to live to society's standards. I've always known that I'm different because I grew up bullied, and I always grew up telling the truth, and I always grew up being too much. And again, it took me a very long time to own that about myself. But when I realized that I'm allowing and giving away my power to people who don't even know who they are and haven't even done the work, like, that's so stupid to me. That's so dumb. It doesn't even make sense. So, why the fuck are you going to live your life giving away your power and allowing these lost humans to make you feel a way about living in your truth and being who you are? Even if you're not your best self right now, even if you're in a transition process and you know you're dealing with things. Life's hard. We're all dealing with things. But I think just being authentic and honest always is the best policy, and you will get the best karma tenfold. As long as you're not intentionally putting negative energy and hate out there, I think it's totally fine to speak your truth and your opinion and what you think and what you feel. It just will never ever apologize for that. And I think that my entire life has prepared me to be that bitch, honestly. I just could really give a fuck about the next bitch. What anyone else says or thinks about me, that's not my problem. I keep it pushing. I focus on myself. If you guys follow me, you see I'm always in the gym, always in my zone. I'm in therapy every week. I go to work, I make my money, I go back home, and I mind my fucking business. And I pay attention to those who pay me attention. And that's really just that. So, I also really feel like I will never, ever, ever apologize for setting boundaries. I think boundaries are so important. And again, 99% of the world doesn't know how to set healthy boundaries with family, with loved ones, with friends, at work, everything. And a lot of people just aren't confrontational. And I get that. But you will be walked all over. It's a valuable lesson that I feel like everyone should learn, because what you allow definitely will continue, and you're the one that has to go to sleep at night and live with a ton of pent up emotions or regrets or resentment for not checking someone at the door and telling them hey, I don't like that, or hey, don't do that, or hey, I'm not that type of person. Don't ever fucking do that shit again. I just think it's really not that hard to communicate what you like and what you don't like, period. And I think that when people get offended when you set boundaries, those are the people that have been taking advantage of you the whole time. So you have to be comfortable with losing friends, losing family, losing people that honestly, in the long run, just never even wanted the best for you. They were just using you because you were easy to walk all over, and that benefited them in some sort of way. But I'll never apologize for checking someone at all. At all. Everyone's different, and you can never assume that everyone is the same. And certain people go for certain shit. We've all lived life in different ways and have had different experiences, and certain shit rubs certain people different ways. Certain people have trauma that they don't speak about or aren't ready to deal with. And it's just always good to come from a respectful place. But also, too, you have to communicate with people because they can't read your mind. So that's just that. But always just be kind to people because you just never know what they're going through. But at the end of the day, I will never apologize for being myself, and I'll never fucking apologize for setting boundaries. And I hope you fucking don't either.